And I'm not saying allegedly.
Oh. Okay,
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston.
It all begins in the shadows. Just a flicker, the faint outline of a child. Most people have only seen glimpses, scattered clues since 2017. A blurry frame hidden in a 2021 holiday clip on Instagram.
See, there's no artist, let me be clear, there's no artist in this industry that's doing major numbers with these platforms that haven't sold this.
Split-second appearance in Beyonce's Black is King, where Blue Ivy and Rumi shine in crystal clarity. But
what does that mean to you? Tell us a little bit about Rumi and how excited
Well, Rumi is amazing. She's an amazing artist, like painter and creator. And so, I mean, how could they be anything else growing up in that environment? That's all we talk about is creativity and fashion and the whole thing.
What is Sir interested in?
Sir is very quiet and is very, very smart and does all of the number stuff. So he's not into the fashion stuff as much.
Carter, Jay-Z, and Beyonce's son, Rumi's twin, barely exists. He's like a ghost in the spotlight, the silent heir to music royalty. While
what I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time.
Blue commands the stage like she was born for fame, and Rumi slips gracefully into the public eye with hand-picked perfect cameos. Sir stays in his absence isn't random, it's crafted. In Houston, they call it moving like a real one. Quiet, calculated.
Relax and enjoy my evening. When all of a sudden, I hear this agitating, grating.
And that's got fans whispering. People are digging through every old video, photo, and interview, searching for clues. This isn't just a shy kid avoiding cameras. This feels like controlled silence.
Family out tonight is a family affair. I saw your mother-in-law so proud of.
Yeah, we're going, yeah.
7 years of world tours, press runs, documentaries, family portraits, and still barely a trace. Sir isn't just missing. It's like he's being erased. So now the question isn't, where is Sir Carter? It's, why is he hidden? And even more chilling, what don't they want us to know?
A tour.
On the front line, ready to walk up.
It doesn't help that every time Sir's name surfaces, it's tied to something suspiciously polished, slick, and just a little too perfect. When Beyonce unveiled her new whiskey brand, Sir Davis, the rollout was flawless. Luxury ads, glowing press, and a heart-tugging backstory about her great-grandfather, Davis Hogue, a proud bootlegger. But one question froze everyone. Why name it after the one child she never shows? The internet lit up instantly. Was this a subtle tribute to the son who's vanished from the spotlight? Or a strategic distraction meant to keep fans intrigued without revealing a thing? One fan said it straight. "Ma'am, we need the Sir visuals." But those visuals never dropped. Instead, we got shiny campaigns and nostalgia wrapped in mystery. And that's where the whispers started turning dark. What began as simple curiosity has mutated into a full-blown theory, one that's been circulating in industry corners for years. What if Sir isn't even Beyonce's biological child? That theory, once brushed off as fan fiction, is catching traction again, because the 2017 twin pregnancy wasn't normal by superstar standards. It was locked down tighter than Fort Knox. Fans noticed the pre-recorded footage, the heavily edited maternity photos, and that too-perfect birth reveal that shattered Instagram but left more questions than answers. Even Jay-Z once dropped a cryptic line saying, "Sir came out like a man." It sounded proud back then, but now it just adds to the mystery. Sounds epic, right? But people close to the scene swear something's off. No hospital sightings, no nurse leaks, not even a grainy tabloid snap. Nothing. It was all too perfect, too clean. Even Beyonce's so-called difficult pregnancy only exists through airbrushed edits and cinematic cuts. No raw footage, no timeline. Just glossy storytelling dropped after everything was already done. Now fans are asking the big question. Was Sir born through a surrogate? And if so, did the Carters build an entire Hollywood-style rollout just to keep that hidden? To some fans, it's not about shame, it's about control. But that raises an even bigger question. What are they really hiding? And the rumor doesn't stop there. Some are whispering that Sir might not even be Jay-Z's biological son. A former assistant, now ghostwriting for a major R&B name, made a shocking claim. Back in 2016, while Beyonce was finalizing Lemonade, a confidential agreement was allegedly signed between Parkwood Entertainment and a private LA fertility clinic. Here's where it gets shady. The timeline from that source doesn't match what Beyonce's camp told the public. Allegedly, the Carters wanted another boy, but not another media circus. So instead of an open pregnancy, they turned it into a visual masterpiece. They made it look like art, while hiding the truth in plain sight. And Sir's complete disappearance from the family spotlight? It's impossible to ignore now. The Super Bowl, one of the biggest Carter family moments. Rumi and Blue were front and center, Jay-Z glowing with pride beside them. But Sir? Nowhere. Not in the crowd. Not in a photo. Not even in the background. Then came Beyonce's GQ interview this past fall. She spoke about motherhood, yes, but when it came to her youngest son, the silence was deafening. Rumi was called an emerging artist. Blue was praised as a future icon. But Sir? Not a word. The only public comment about him didn't even come from Beyonce. It came from Tina Knowles, who said, "Sir is very quiet. He does all the number stuff," and fans were quick to ask, "What number stuff? The boy's 7. Since when does being into electronics mean you're cut out of nearly every family moment?" Then things took a darker twist when in one of his infamous online rants, randomly threw shade at the Carters' youngest, questioning Sir's mental abilities. The comment was so out of line that even Kim Kardashian, who's been dodging Kanye's drama for years, was rumored to call it the final straw. But here's the thing. That single attack cracked the silence wide open. Suddenly, people started asking the questions no one had dared to before. Why is one child always treated like a state secret? And that's where it circles back to the one thing the Carters have mastered: control, image control. From Blue Ivy's newborn credits in studio tracks to Beyonce's iconic VMA baby bump reveal, every move is curated, calculated, and legendary. So when Sir keeps getting cropped out of family photos, it's not just about privacy anymore. It feels like something deeper. Something they don't want the world to see. Some fans have begun whispering that Sir might be on the spectrum, which, if true, shouldn't be a scandal at all. Yet somehow in this story, it's treated like one. In the high-gloss world of pop royalty, a neurodivergent heir might not fit the flawless image the Carters have built brick by brick. Could that be why Sir's name gets tossed around, but his face is barely seen? Why he's the name of a whiskey before he's ever shown on camera? Let's talk about that whiskey. Sir Davis. Beyonce said it was a tribute to her great-grandfather, a bootlegger from back in the day. Sounds poetic, right? But not everyone's buying it. Some believe it's just another clever marketing move, a way to tie Sir's name to a polished brand without revealing anything real about him, like showing off a frame but locking the picture in a vault. When Beyonce captioned a post, "Davis in my bones," was she talking about heritage? Or was it a quiet way of saying this project was never about the man, just the name? A perfect decoy. Here's the cold truth fans keep circling back to: if Sir had Rumi's quiet charm or Blue Ivy's stage-commanding presence, would he still be this hidden? Would he be cropped out of family photos, erased from promo shots, and quietly removed from the spotlight while his sisters shine? Or is this calculated silence, this almost eerie erasure, part of something far deeper they're not ready to reveal? Because one thing's certain, Beyonce and Jay-Z don't make random moves. Their silence is strategy. Every photo is curated, every lyric decoded like a riddle. They've dodged lawsuits, scandals, and even survived Ye's public storms. But when it comes to Sir, it's all smoke and shadows. No stories, no raw moments, just mystery wrapped in perfection. Now fans are starting to feel straight up played. There's a growing sense that the world's been sold an illusion. Behind the billion-dollar tours and flawless red carpets lies a vault of secrets no one's supposed to open. So what's the real story? What are the Carters hiding? And why are they working this hard to keep Sir Carter in the dark? Just as the whispers started to cool off, never one to keep Pandora's box shut, blew the whole thing open. Around 3 a.m., in one of his now-deleted late-night meltdowns on X, he dropped a string of explosive rants aimed squarely at the Carters, naming names, dragging even their youngest kids into the chaos. His words were wild, reckless, and messy, but here's the twist. When you filter out the noise, some people think he may have brushed up against something real. Something the public was never supposed to hear. Ye posted, "Has anyone ever actually seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids?" The post vanished within minutes, but the fire it sparked is still burning. We've seen this with Ye before, that eerie mix of chaos and clarity. He called the Kardashian split before anyone else. He roasted the Grammys, then blew open their shady voting secrets. So when he starts throwing direct shade at the Carter children, especially Sir and Rumi, it hits different. It's not vague, it's surgical. And that's why people are asking, is Ye exposing something we've all been told to ignore? And it didn't stop there. He kept posting, deleting, reposting, remixing the same claims again and again, like a man daring the world to connect the dots he'd just dropped. Ye didn't hold back. He claimed the Carters were being controlled and that Sir wasn't hidden for privacy or education, but for something darker. He mentioned artificial insemination, hinted at developmental struggles, and then dropped the line that froze everyone, calling Sir and Rumi products of a system that values image over truth. Yeah, it sounded unhinged and harsh, but here's the unsettling part. It fits the pattern. The same calculated silence, the same empty spaces where Sir should have been for years. It's like Ye just said out loud what fans had been whispering all along. Now the question hits louder than ever. What are they really hiding? And what if the stakes go far beyond fame or family image? Because there's a rumor that refuses to die, one that ties straight to the money. Allegedly buried deep within the Carter estate paperwork is an inheritance clause. A former entertainment lawyer once tied to Rock Nation claims there's been quiet talk for years about a private trust connected to performances, brand appearances, and public image rights. And the alleged kicker? The clause supposedly limits full access to inheritance unless all 3 children maintain a visible role in the Carter brand. It's unverified, hush-hush, nearly impossible to prove. But when you line that up with Sir's complete disappearance from the spotlight, it starts feeling way too plausible. Could Sir's absence be costing him? Not just fame, but fortune? Or worse, was it planned that way from the start? Some believe the Carters deliberately kept Sir out of public view to keep their empire flexible, leaving room to adjust how the legacy is divided. If that's true, then his silence isn't just about mystery, it's about power, control, and money at the highest level. And in that case, Sir Carter's disappearance may not be protection at all. It might be part of the plan. It's starting to look less like parenting and more like strategy. Sir's visibility, his entire image, feels like it's being measured in dollars. In a family where Blue Ivy already holds a Grammy and Rumi made Billboard history, it's not far-fetched to think the quieter twin just doesn't fit the Carter legacy blueprint. This isn't family life. It's Carter, it's a business plan in designer heels. A dynasty run like a luxury brand where every appearance, every post, every child plays a role in maintaining the billion-dollar glow. But if you listen closely, you'll hear the cracks. And they're coming straight from Tina Knowles, the matriarch who speaks when Beyonce doesn't. She's been everywhere. Red carpets, news, lifestyle interviews, always name-dropping all 3 grandkids. But the moment she gets to Sir, everything shifts. When she talks about Rumi, it's glowing. A star, a force, a true artist. When she talks about Blue, her face lights up. A prodigy, a powerhouse. But Sir, her tone drops. Flat, detached. Sir is very quiet. He likes books and numbers. She's repeated that exact line in 2 separate interviews. And in another, she slipped. He's not really into fashion. Yet then she stopped. That pause hung heavy, like smoke in the air. Was it a cover-up or discomfort? At the Remember My Name ball, the pattern was impossible to miss. Tina lit up while bragging about Blue's piano skills. Her smile wide, her eyes bright. But when Sir's name came up, her entire body language changed. No sparkle, no warmth, just a polite nod and crossed arms, fidgeting with her ring. A pause, a flicker of unease, like Tina Knowles was reading from a script someone else handed her. Could she be part of this? Not the mastermind, but the gatekeeper. The one making sure the Carter narrative stays smooth, spotless, unshaken. Because when a family builds an empire this big, where every photo op, every Netflix deal, every Grammy night feeds into a billion-dollar brand, even the tiniest imperfection becomes a threat. And maybe that's what Sir represents. Not a flaw in who he is, but a mismatch in how he fits the Carter image. Or maybe it's something far more chilling. Maybe it's not about hiding Sir from the world, but hiding the truth about Sir from the world. Whatever that truth is, it's clearly too raw, too risky, or too real to fit into the Empire's glossy frame. Fans can feel it in every awkward silence, every missing photo, every word left unsaid. Then came a wild claim from a 2021 Ivy Park campaign insider. According to them, Sir was supposed to be featured. A full Carter family shoot, matching looks, everything prepped. The wardrobe was ready. The set was locked. No explanation. That's the pattern. It trails every story tied to Sir Carter like a shadow. And that's what makes this feel different. This isn't your average celebrity privacy move. It's not about protecting a shy kid. This feels like blackout mode. Total lockdown. A disappearance that seems strategic. Meanwhile, the public gets symbols instead of substance. A whiskey bottle stamped with his name. A lyric hinting at legacy, a cryptic caption about power and bloodlines. But the actual boy? Nowhere. No new photos, no short clips, not even a blink and you miss it frame in a family montage. If they were truly embracing Sir, wouldn't there be something by now? Instead, we're spoon-fed stylized distractions, while the silence around the surrogate whispers grows heavier every year. And here's what most people overlook. Sir isn't just a Carter child, he's a twin. In most families, twins move as one. They grow together, share space, share the spotlight, but not here, not in this empire. That difference speaks volumes. The twin narrative didn't fade, it was erased. Rumi's front and center, featured in brand campaigns, praised in interviews, even immortalized with her own verse on Beyonce's country album. Meanwhile, Sir has drifted even deeper into the dark. And this isn't just about screen time, it's psychological. It forces the question, how does visibility shape identity when you grow up in a house built on fame? Twins are supposed to reflect each other, to share equal light. But when one is constantly celebrated while the other's almost invisible, that balance doesn't just shift, it shatters. And just like that, one child becomes the brand and the other, the mystery. The world talks about Rumi, so Rumi is seen. Sir stays hidden, and that silence keeps growing, turning into whispers, then rumors, then full-blown theories. With every step back from the spotlight, Sir Carter becomes less of a child and more of a question mark. His absence doesn't fade, it echoes. We've seen this before in other famous families. One twin becomes the icon, the other fades into myth. But in Sir's case, it's starting to feel real. The missing twin idea isn't symbolic anymore, it's sinister. Because when a child's existence is treated like a mystery instead of a person, it twists well-being into a secret. And that's not privacy anymore, that's danger. This is where fame starts to crack. Celebrity doesn't just lift people up, it traps them in roles the world never lets them escape. When we start defining children before they can define themselves, those roles become cages. Rumi's been cast as the performer, Blue Ivy's the heir, the legacy in motion. And Sir, he's the ghost, the blank space, the one everyone's still trying to decode. But here's the real punch. It's not just about what the Carters choose to hide. It's about what we choose to believe. Maybe that's the harshest truth of all, that by watching so closely, speculating so loudly, and only celebrating the kids who shine under the lights, we're helping write this same script. So what are we really left with? A media storm ignited by Ye's meltdown. A rumored trust clause that sounds more about branding than belonging. A grandmother who repeats lines like a press release, and a little boy, the quiet twin, treated like a ghost in his own family's story. So now I'll ask you, what do you think really happened to Sir Carter? Is this protection or something darker? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this mystery isn't over. Stay tuned, stay curious, and I'll see you on the next one.